guys, it's been a little while. It's actually been a while that I've been wanting to do this video. And so right now we are end of January, 6 weeks, about 6 weeks post Olympia. I kind of realized that I never really spoke about it much. I did a couple posts here and there, but it was never really explaining how the Olympia went and kind of like in depth. And I thought the best way to do it was just to get back on YouTube and do a YouTube video. Some of you guys have been asking, I've been receiving a lot of questions, kind of like how the Olympia went, how I felt, what was the feedback, judges feedback. So I'm gonna kind of wrap this all up in this video. I'll try to kind of like, I didn't plan anything, so I'll try to not go all over the place and kind of like really be clear on what I want to tell you guys. And I think it's actually good that I'm doing this video right now because I'm reversing, and I know a lot of you guys have a hard time with reverse diet and kind of want to know where I'm at with that and how I'm dealing with it as well, and just kind of give some few tips. So I'm gonna put that all in one video. I'm very excited to share that with you guys, and I'm excited that I finally have the time to sit down. January has been crazy with a lot of things, but yeah, finally took the time to do it. So first I'm going to talk a bit about my experience. I'll put some clip over that video as well, with just like some clip of how I went the week and everything. So going into obviously my first Olympia, I didn't know what to expect. Obviously you want to place well, you want the best, and in terms of placing, I actually don't, I was like last call out. So obviously it was in, well, I wasn't expecting anything. By the end of the day, when I look at myself, when I look at my picture on stage, I do know I need a lot of work. I'm very, very proud and very happy of what I brought. So for people who are new here, I won my pro card last year, so almost just a year before I got qualified, before the Olympia. So I got my pro card and qualified for Olympia in that first year as being a pro, and went to Olympia a year after. So for me, it's just a lot of good thing and a lot of successful things that happened to me, and I can only be proud. But as bodybuilding, we're always asking so much of ourselves. So yeah, I won Vancouver in July, and I've been able to make actually a lot of improvements from July to December. That was the Olympia. So a bit over 6 weeks. I had 2 months kind of like of season, and then went into prep for the Olympia. So I was really proud of that. For everyone who's seen my presentation at the Olympia, I kind of fell on the Velcro. So the stage was actually carpet, and there was a Velcro, and my shoe got stuck in it when I was kind of like at the back of the stage at the beginning. And hopefully the guy kind of like came to help me and like put out the Velcro, and I've been able to pull it off. So for me, I'm just laughing about it, because at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, I couldn't expect, like, what do I expect from my first Olympiad? That happened. I cannot be mad about it. I'm actually happy that I've been able to just keep going my presentation and can like went with it and went through with it, because it just shows for me like professionalism, that no matter what happened, I can pull it off and make it seem like it's super easy and flowing. So I was happy with that. Just to start from the beginning, just the whole experience was so nice. We started like, we were at the Airbnb, just with Antoine, my coach, his girlfriend, and it was super nice. The Airbnb was dead gorgeous. We did a couple of gyms, so Dragon's Lair that I've done before. We went Elevation. There was a really nice gym, really clean. Equipment was nice. We did Powerhouse, LBCA. So went to a couple of gym. It was a bit cold. Everyone got sick, but that's another story. Then the day of the Thursday, I was competing the Friday, so the Thursday we had the meet and greet. Again, I didn't know what to expect. I went to the athlete meeting, got my tracksuit. Probably the best memories I have the whole weekend. Went for my tan, and then at night, the Thursday night, went to my hotel room. So I switched to my hotel room that was paid by the Olympia when you qualify, and gorgeous hotel, and Kathleen came to meet me there and spend the rest of the weekend in this room with me. So it was really nice. If you don't know Kathleen, she's a good friend of mine. She's also a competitor. She's with Team HD, HD Muscle, and she's amazing. But she's always so busy that I don't have much time to like to spend with her like in a like friendship level. So it was really nice. I was really like thankful to have her that whole weekend, just to like enjoy with her and like experience all of that. That was her first time like seeing the Olympia, so it was really nice to have all my people around. My mom and dad was there, so I feel like every time I talk about it, kind of like makes me emotional. It was like really special for me to have my parents there, just to like so for people who doesn't know me, a couple years ago when I first my did show in 2015, I was like 17, and they freaked out after the show. They were, because I wanted to do more, they were like, no, you said there was just one, like I don't want you to like do that like again, like because it was a lot for them just to see me go through so many restrictions and being with like many friends and stuff. And as like their little girl, they was kind of like worried with PEDs as well. So with time it got better, and now to see them and see us in like such a better place and a different place, that they can see me now and see how happy it makes me, and like how like proud they are, it makes just everything better. So it was really nice to have them there. I spent a whole day with them, whole night when just eat and stuff. So that was really cool. But I think the turning point for me was, I was kind of like a bit, obviously 2 days out, 1 day out before the show, I was a little bit anxious. Obviously it's normal, it's a big show, right? And you're just a lot in your head being like, oh, like, are people gonna think I have my place there? And like there's a lot of things going like through your head. And at the end of the day, the second I went in my room, get ready for the meet and greet, and I put on my tracksuit, it just like all the stress kind of like went away. Like I've been wanting a sip of coffee for so long. I keep talking. Yeah, like when I put on the tracksuit, I was like, wow, that's real. It just felt so good, and I just had like just so many blessings that the stress went away. And then I went to the meet and greet, and again I'm like, oh, like I don't know, like people doesn't really know me, right? Like some people, and obviously I have all you guys who obviously follow me on Instagram and on YouTube, and the reason why I do YouTube is because I do have you guys that supports me. And seeing so many people coming at my table, like I've been there, the meet and greet was like 2 hours total. So it got to a point that like it took me a while to eat, because every time I was trying to eat, there was people coming in my table. So that was I was so thankful. Like I was really grateful, so blessed, and I was really shocked with like all the people that came to see me. So if you guys watching that came to see me, I love you guys. It was amazing. And just taking picture with like all the people, like everyone. So yeah, I came back to my room, and like literally from that moment to going into the show the next day, I had zero stress. I was so grateful. And when Olympians used to say like, oh, like meet and greet is my favorite event of the whole weekend, I was like, really? Like it didn't seem that big for me, you know what I mean? And when I went there, actually like I understood why. It's just like so fulfilling that like I didn't care about competing, in a way that like I was so fulfilled and so grateful. That was like, it actually made my whole weekend. So going to the show the next day, I was really calm. It was really nice. Kathleen came super late that night before the show, but I had like all my support system with me. Kathleen, Cody was there, Mariah, everything. It was really fun competing. And then backstage, there's like the whole like gym backstage. Obviously I didn't do top 15, top 10, so I didn't go to the night show, but it was actually nice because I could just relax after. And at the end of the day, I just want to come back and get better. Judges' feedback, to be honest, I didn't really ask for feedback. I think I just know, like, I'm super young, I'm 25, and just being able to go to my first Olympia at 25 was more than enough for me. It was a really big accomplishment. So I do know I need muscle maturity. I need to like grow. I need to put a lot in my posing as well, just the way I pose, the way I present my physique. And when I look at the picture, I know where I'm lacking, and I know it's gonna take me time, but I know I can get there. I'm very dedicated, as you guys know, and for me it's just getting better each year, right? And if I can qualify again this year, the goal is going to be to just do better than I did last year. So at the end of the day, it's just positive for me. I grew a lot from that, and I just, so many good things came out of it. And one of the things is just growing as a person and an athlete, and having you guys support me so much. So that is where my head's at in terms of like coming back. Obviously we're in Vegas, so at that moment, usually after a show I would be a bit more careful, and I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of stressed going into like a couple of days enjoying Vegas, and then right away coming back home almost Christmas. I've been struggling with rebounds many times. Every off season I get better, but the circumstances was kind of scaring me, that I wanted to be able to enjoy with my friend. I wanted to try some food there. I wanted to enjoy Christmas with my family. So there was a lot, but I made it through, and I think the biggest reason why, so right now we're 6 weeks post show, and this morning I woke up 149.8, which is like around like 9 to 10 pounds post show. So I'm still around that weight gauge, and I'm feeling really good. Yeah, I'm still in a very good place, and we're increasing my calories kind of like weekly a little bit, and I've been able to enjoy a lot of food. And I was actually shocked how I could and like have as much food from almost like post show to like coming back in January, like strict to my plan, but still having that weekly cheat. So I think one of the biggest thing is, obviously in Vegas, I actually allow myself, at first I was like, okay, I should have just like 1 or 2 meals. Like usually when I'm in Vegas, I used to do the amateur Olympia, so I would compete, and then I would have a couple of days to be clean, and then there would be the Olympia, so I could enjoy a meal with people who compete at the Olympia, and then I would be able to be clean when I come back home, and then it would be a bit of time, and then Christmas. So it's a bit easier to kind of like play around it. This time was like my show, then the second day was the Saturday, so everyone went out the Saturday, so I ate on the Friday, I ate on the Saturday, and then on the Sunday, and then on the Monday with my mom and dad, then came back home, had a couple of days clean, and then went back to Christmas. I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram, but it took me 12 hours to drive in the snowstorm. It was a headache. I stayed clean all day, and then I was like, okay, I'll go to bed, and then I just tried one little piece of chocolate that my clients made me, and I just fall off. I ate everything. And one of my guilty pleasure when I go to my mom and dad is actually having one night. My mom has so many good snacks that I like, about anything that I wouldn't buy myself at home because I don't want them in my cupboard. So there's always one guilty pleasure night that I'm like, I bring all the food that I want, like make a bunch of snack and bring it to my room upstairs, and sometimes I even like go down as like a child when you don't want to make any sound and you're like trying to hide it from your parents, like, oh, I don't want my mom to know, so I need to be quiet, and then I get more food. So that's exactly what I did. Ate so much food, fell asleep, wake up the next day, I felt completely trash, and I was like, oh god, that is not good. Like water retention, it wasn't too bad, but I just felt like, you know, when you feel like your skin feels weird. I was at that point. So I usually always, even when I'm at my mom and dad for Christmas or anything, I still always have like at least 1 or 2, like two to three meals a day, and then let's say like a Christmas dinner or something. That day, that was the first time ever I literally didn't eat anything all day until Christmas dinner, and I think that's the biggest learning stuff for me, is being able to kind of like take a step back sometime and be like, that's okay if one day you fuck up, or that's okay if one day you don't eat your 3, 4, 5 meals, or that's okay if you play around a bit and like chill a bit. You know what I mean? So for me, it's kind of the balance I've been able to create in those moments. So I think that's why I think my buddies, and obviously each of season I get better. Like you work towards something that I've been building, right? I've been working towards being able to afford more calories and still like not put as much weight. Obviously I have more muscle, so like, and I work hard. I make sure I do my cardio. Like I make sure even in Vegas, if I wasn't doing the stairs or treadmill or cardio anyway, I would like walk a lot. I would make sure that during the day I was like pretty clean. I would still like train really hard to be able to enjoy meal at night. So I'm in a place now that I can know like where to like push and pull, and it feels really good. And coming back now too, and like I'm in a very, very different place mentally that like I even don't really snack anymore. Like I used to like always wanting to snack at night, like rice cake and stuff, and I'm such in a place that I just want to feel good. I don't want to feel like bloated. I don't want to feel like watery. Like I'm just like, I feel good, and I want to look good. I want to love the way I look, and still improving. So I think right now I'm in a place that I can say I'm very happy with how things are going. My calories are now around like 2,300, and I still have that weekly cheat. So we're taking it kind of like slow, a bit slower to like up my calories. But on Sunday I had a large amount of food, which I'm not saying that to like, oh, that's what you should do. I think controlled cheat meals are the way to go, and then be able to like enjoy and like afford more food during the week. But for everyone out there who is struggling with off season and just reversing diet, do not give up. That's my biggest how do you say that? Can't even. I'll take a sip of coffee in my hand. Didn't find a word. My biggest advice for you guys who is struggling with reverse diet and off season is do not give up. Literally do not give up. How many times I've been into off season and I fucked up, and I come from a place that I would do great 4 weeks post show, I would do great 5 weeks post show, and then I would fuck up. So I would stay in a really good condition a month post show, but then 5, 6, 7 weeks I would literally fall off and have like snack attack and gain a lot of weight. So it's the same thing. It's easy to look good on Instagram leading toward the show and look crazy, but you need to be able to translate that on stage. It doesn't always translate, and it's the same when you do a reverse diet. It's easy to do well a week, 2 weeks, to control yourself for 3, maximum a month, but what's the turning point? What's gonna happen in 5, 6, 7 weeks, 2 months, 3 months down post show is really where you see where it really matters and where you see how you're doing, right? So I think it is a big thing to be able to like keep up for like a longer period of time, and for me to be able to be in that space right now at 6 weeks, it just shows me a lot of like how much I've grown as an athlete, because that was always kind of like my scary part. I was like, yeah, I'm doing great, but what's gonna happen in 2 months post show? What's gonna happen? Where am I gonna be in 3 months post show? So biggest advice, do not give up. You can do it. I like 2 years ago, a year ago, like 2-3 years ago, I could never see myself in the position I am in. 2-3 years ago, like off season, I could have never pictured myself in that position where I am now. and I would never thought I would be able to have a balance of season or control of season in a place that I actually conditioned enough to be able to like feel comfortable, like still training in the tank top and everything. So it is kind of like what I wanted to share with you guys. I know it's kind of like a lot of talking. I don't want to make it too long, but I'm gonna start doing a bit more. If you guys are interested in those and just me talking and just like sharing a bit more of like how do I feel weekly and like how do I approach things, I'm gonna be starting sharing much more of that just to like help you guys and can like connect with you guys in that aspect, because I do think it's really important to see that it's doable, you can do it, but also you're not alone. And I'm saying that I'm not perfect. I'm still like, sometimes if I start eating, I'll still like have some moment that I'm like binge, but I think at the end of the day, when you can just the next day wake up and go back to work and get back to your shit right away, you'll get back to a good place. It's when you keep doing it day after day, like you just like, it's a snowball. So yeah, let me guys know. Can you say that? Yeah. Let me guys know if you guys love that kind of video. I hope it was helpful. If you guys want me to share more about that, just let me know. But yeah, overall I'm just very, very happy. I'm very proud of what I've accomplished. There's a lot of like good thing going, like coming this year, and a lot of that is because of you guys, so I'm very thankful for you guys if I don't say it enough. But yeah, I'm always there on Instagram if you guys need help or like going through anything or can like want advice. Just reach out to me. Make sure to reply. But I love you guys, and I will make more of those, and I'll also start doing some video about like kind of like food. I'm pretty someone who like stick most of like my actual meal, so but I love to do like some nice sandwich or some nice like different meal to enjoy like of season. So I'll start like filming those as well, just to give you like kind of like clean meal idea that you guys can enjoy of season without feeling like guilty or going off plan. So a lot of good things that I want to work on for you guys this year. But yeah, I love you guys, and I will see you soon.